Hello and welcome to this video presented by Advanced Data Business Systems. ADBS has been developing enterprise software since 1981 for small to large organizations. This is the Advanced Development Shell Series and I am Thomas Wade Gonder. This is video 2122 in which we will provide a mid-level understanding of how the menu form functions in the ADS. Specifically, we'll look at the menu control entry options and how permissions control job execution. Video 1122 gave an overview of the menu form and the basics of how it works with user groups and its hierarchical nature. Fred and Laura logged in and showed us the default menus that they see. In this video, we expect that you will already understand the menu basics. Let's fire up Access and open the evaluation database for version 123. I'm going to log in as Laura, our data administrator, E4231, and her password. You can see that she belongs to two user groups. Maybe Laura walked away from her workstation and forgot to log off. Or maybe she locked her keyboard, but her assistant knows her password and can use her workstation. Not the best security practice, but let's go with it. So Laura comes back and types in who. Menu control, who. In the status area, she sees her full name as it would appear in her entity record. Remember, the user table doesn't contain any names, conforming to a properly normalized database. Astute observers will remember from video 1122 that Laura has her user code displayed in the footer of the menu form, so she wouldn't really need to do the who command. True, but let's imagine Laura goes to another user's workstation and wants to confirm who is logged in at that workstation, but she doesn't have every user's code memorized. The who is very helpful in this situation. Likewise, Laura may want to know some information about the workstation, especially in a larger company that has several different back-end databases. In this case, she can type in where to see some of the system information. First, she sees the user code, followed by the client code that is active. Accountants could be working in several different clients, and this is a good way to see which client database is active. If perhaps the image on the right for the database is hidden. After that, we see the Windows user and the workstation names. Following are the front-end and back-end codes for the workstation and its back-end. Finally, Laura may wish to know the time, especially if she doesn't have it displayed in the Windows taskbar, or if the taskbar is hidden at the moment. Typing in time at the menu control entry field will give the time for the front end formatted according to the Windows regional settings. Next, as the ADS would format the time, and finally what the UTC time is. UTC time may be used by some developers to control permissions and various data fields. And in this case, the user might be interested in the coordinated universal time used across the network. A future release will also give the time for the back-end database server. I'm going to log out and log in again as the guest administrator, but this time I'll do it in French. E5566 tab 9999, enter, enter, enter. Okay, at first it appears like English, but I can see development is a little different. And the menu options and the command buttons down at the bottom, oh, they look very different. I realize I'm not quite as sophisticated as I would like to believe, so I'll log out and go back to English. Now, thank goodness logout is logout. E5566, tab 9999, enter, enter, enter. So I will press Alt-5, did you see the color change there? Alt-4, another color change, Alt 1, Alt 1, Alt 2, Alt 1. And now we can run the entity form. We went 6 levels deep in the menus. You also saw that one user group that is assigned to a particular application module can cross over into another application module, and that's visible when the background of the form changes. We'll look up here at the caption of the form. We'll remember this job number, 4102. Then close the form, go to the top menu, and here in menu control, type in that 4102 and enter. We're back into the entity form. Alt-C to close, and we are still at the top menu. Alternatively, we could type in the alias for the form, which is entity.f. Enter, and here we are in the entity form. Job 4102. Same form. Close this. Let's go to the user form. Remember how? Click on the DA Data Administrator, User Menu, and what is the alias for the user form? That's right. It's here in the menu, user.f. User.f. Enter. Close it down. We'll log out as the guest administrator and then back in as Fred. Log out. E0022, Yabba, with a capital Y, enter, enter, enter. Can Fred run the user form just by typing in the alias? Let's see. User.f. Enter. Up here in the status area, you do not have permission to use this job. User F. With that demonstration of permissions, I'll conclude this presentation on the menu form. I will be covering permissions in a lot more detail in the 3000 series of videos. Thank you for watching this video. These videos will expand on the intermediate topics of this presentation, and developers can learn how to easily create their own menus.